Good evening. The meeting of the board is now called to order at 7:02 PM. Okay. At this time, I would like to ask Kathleen Shavetta and Jen Michaelek to stand so I could administer the oath of office. Kathleen and Jen.
Solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of the Board of Education member from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2024, according to the best of your ability.
I do.
I do.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, at this time, do we have any nominations for board president? I'd like to nominate Jen Michaelek.
Second.
Any other nominations? All right. Now we have to have a roll call vote. Let's see, Ms. Shavetta. how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Connors,
Aye.
Mr. Franny,
Aye.
Ms. Michaelek,
Aye.
Ms. Thompson.
Aye.
Okay. Do we have any nominations for board vice president?
I would like to nominate Carla Thompson for vice president.
I second.
Nominations?
Second.
So if we can do a roll call vote. Ms. Shavetta,
Aye.
Mr. Connors,
Aye.
Mr. Franny,
Aye.
Ms. Michaelek,
Aye.
Ms. Thompson.
Aye.
Okay, so Jen Michaelek has a majority vote for board president and Carla Thompson has a majority vote for board vice president. Therefore, I can now administer the oath of office to both of you. We'll start with Jen. Jen, do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of board president from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022, according to the best of your ability?
I do.
Okay, Carla Thompson. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of board vice president from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022, according to the best of your ability?
I do.
This is my favorite part of the meeting. At this time, I would like to turn the meeting over to Board President Jen Michaelek.
Thank you. Thank you, Christine.
Seconded.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Jen seconded for Carla. If you needed a second, I don't know if you called it.
Okay, thanks.
All right. May I have a motion to approve the items contained in the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, under discussion, if we can all turn to 4.8. The board assignments for the 21-22 school year. I'll just go down the list like we normally do and see if we are going to keep it the same or make any changes. First up is New York State School Board Association delegate and alternate. Right now, Kathleen is the delegate. myself as the alternate. That is the one that would vote at the delegate meeting for the state convention.
I'll keep that.
Anyone else want to be the alternate? If not, I'll stay. Okay, we'll keep that as is. Erie County Association of School Boards Delegate Assembly is Christopher Binder. Myself is the alternate. Chris isn't here. Does anybody else have any desire? Otherwise, we'll leave that as is as well. Okay. Legislative team is Kathleen and Mike. I think they do a great job and that's kind of their thing, but does anybody else have any interest in step? All right, so that'll stay the same as well. Budget and Finance is Bill and Carla.
I'm okay with it.
Okay, we'll leave that. Our Board of Education Committees administration.
Hold on.
Whoop.
I've kind of learned that I'm gonna be traveling most Thursdays, so if anybody else wants to do it.
I'll switch with Bill. I'll take the lead, and if I'm really bad off, I'll call Bill.
That works. Is that good with everybody? Okay. Administrative Leadership Committee is Kathleen, Carla, and Chris.
I'm okay with it.
Good.
Well, how do we want to handle that? Do we want to tell Chris that Mike has expressed interest?
Oh. Is it something we have to take action? I don't know if I reach out to him. At the meeting.
I'm sure we could put something under old business.
So if I would say, I mean, if Mike has an interest in trying out that committee, I would do Kathleen, Carla, and Mike. Chris, I mean, as any of us board members, we can always attend any meeting. We just would be not participating, just there to view. So,
Yeah, definitely interesting.
Okay.
okay. Athletics is Bill, Mike, and myself.
I like to say.
I think it sounds-
Me too. Okay. Audit committee is Chris, Carla, and Cindy.
I'll stay.
Okay, so we'll leave that. Building conditions survey is Bill, Mike, and Carla.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, we'll leave that one. Budget committee is Bill, Mike, and Carla. Everybody good? Code of conduct is Kathleen and Chris. Kathleen, still good with that? I can't hear you guys, so like nod. Yeah.
It's Billy pretending that he's interested. He's
I don't know about Bill on code of conduct. Finance Academy reps are Kathleen and Mike. Okay, we'll leave that. Policy committee is Kathleen, Mike, and Carla.
anybody else?
Okay, I'm not hearing you guys, so are we leaving that?
I guess so.
Okay, all right. Professional learning plan representatives are Chris, Mike, and myself, and we have Cindy as an alternate.
Can somebody remind me? Oh, this is the,
I can.
Reclaim my former spot on that, if you can't make the meetings, Mike.
Yeah, I can usually, just the way they fall.
Yeah, I have a hard time making that one. I think that was one that Chris did really enjoy. I mean, if somebody wanted to take my spot, that's fine.
Jen, the alternate was listed as Cindy. Should we just put Cindy down in place of you?
Yeah, we could put Cindy and then you could put me as an alternate.
I don't know that we need an alternate, right? No, we don't need an
No, I
alternate.
don't know why we did that. I don't know if it was because Cindy had an interest in it. So I would put Cindy with me because 90% of the time I can't make that meeting.
There shouldn't be an alternate.
Okay.
Okay.
We're just gonna put Cindy in place of Jen.
Okay, perfect.
Pause for a minute. I'm going to shut the mic off. And then when you guys talk, you can try to unmute, maybe that'll help. 'Cause I don't know what it's-
I wonder if some-
All right. Safety committee is Bill, myself, and Cindy.
I'll stay.
I'm good with staying. Anybody else? Okay. School counselors is Carla, Kathleen, and Chris. Still good? Okay.
I'm
So when
good.
you talk,
And technology is Bill, Carla, and Chris.
I'd like to stay.
Okay. All right. That's it. The only other notation, Mike, I have you abstaining from Dr. McLean's contract. I can't hear. All right, so then all in favor?
I abstain.
Okay. Any opposed? Alrighty. So then at that point, may I have a motion to adjourn the reorganizational meeting?
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? All right, we will go into our regular meeting. All right, so the regular meeting of the board is now called to order at 7:15. I don't think we need to do the pledge again. May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, may I have a motion to go into executive session to discuss the employment history of a particular individual and collective negotiations. No action will be taken during executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Anybody who is watching from the public, we will be back after our executive session.
Okay, Jen, are you there? I know, I'm just asking her if she's there. Go ahead and try to talk, Jen.
Hello. Can everybody hear me now?
How you might want to.
All right, everybody ready? May I have a motion to return to regular session?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Push.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the items contained in the consent agenda?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Right, under new business. May I have a motion to approve the agreement with Dr. Craig K. McLean, DO, for the 21-22 school year?
So moved.
Second. Anyone? Any discussion? All in favor?
I abstain.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the memorandum of agreement with the North Collins Central School District to share services of the Lakeshore Central School District Supervisor of Transportation for the 2021-22 school year?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the agreement with the Silver Creek Central School District regarding shared JV and varsity boys and girls lacrosse for the 2021-22 lacrosse season?
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I have a motion to approve the contract extension for the 2021 Summer Food Service Program operation to Personal Touch Food Service Incorporated.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I have a motion to approve the first reading of policies reviewed by the Policy Committee on June 8th, 2021.
So moved.
I have one related to dates. I believe it's so January something would be the second reading in the way it was written.
Christine, was that just a typo?
Yep.
The second reading will be August.
Okay.
Okay. Did I get a second on the motion? Okay. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the attached budget transfer for the 2020-21 fiscal year that exceeds $100,000? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve and authorize the funding for the collective bargaining agreement CBA with the Lakeshore Central Teachers Association covering the period July 1, 2021 through June 30th, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to authorize and direct the superintendent to execute the agreement with a particular person?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Under personnel, may I have a motion to approve the amendment to the contract of employment with the superintendent of schools, Charles A. Gluzo.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the appointment of Paula Eastman as the administrative liaison for Native American programs district-wide pre-K, K-12 for the 2021-22 school year and an annual stipend of $6,000.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve a stipend in the amount of $5,000 for the 2021-22 school year for the supervisor of transportation, Perry Odie, for duties of shared supervisor of transportation between the Lakeshore Central School District and the North Collins Central School District.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the increase of the 0.5 FTE appointment of Casey Marchetti to a 1.0 FTE in the tenure area of science as per the negotiated collective bargaining agreement with the LSCTA at step 17 masters effective August 30th, 2021.
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the appointment of Mary Lou Patnod to a probationary position in the tenure area of art beginning August 30th, 2021 and ending August 29th, 2025. Ms. Patnod shall receive a salary for the 2021-22 school year as per the negotiated collective bargaining agreement with LSCTA at masters +0 step 1.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the appointment of Ann Drake to a probationary position in the tenure area of foreign languages, German, beginning August 30th, 2021 and ending August 29th, 2025. Mrs. Drake shall receive salary for the 21-22 school year as per the negotiated collective bargaining agreement with LSCTA at masters +6, step 8.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the appointment of Benjamin Swanson to a probationary position in the tenure area of science beginning August 30th, 2021 and ending August 29th, 2025. Mr. Swanson, I actually believe it's Dr. Swanson, correct? Doctorate, okay. Shall receive a salary for the 2021-22 school year as per the negotiated collective bargaining agreement with LSCTA at masters +66, doctor, step 1.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the appointment of Sydney Sweet to a probationary position in the tenure area of science beginning August 30th, 2021 and ending August 29th, 2025. Ms. Sweet shall receive a salary for the 21-22 school year as per the negotiated collective bargaining agreement with LSCTA at masters +0 step 1.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? In favor? I'm not here. I don't hear Kathleen's question. So if you guys tell me where we are.
So my question, Jen, Melissa is explaining the last two appointments we made are both because of the retirement of Mr. Salerno. So Melissa's just
Mhm.
explaining the how the pieces are moving around.
Okay,
a little bit.
perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so we needed a physics chemistry combo. And we did not get any applicants, but we did get a full physics and a full chemistry. Right now, we have a traveling teacher that helps cover chemistry. We can get him back full to the middle school. So we hired full chem based on enrollment. And then Jeff Salerno was only physics, so it fills him as well, so.
Thank you, Melissa. Any other questions? All in favor? Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the appointment of Danielle Gano to a probationary position in the tenure area of education of children with handicapping conditions, special education, beginning August 30th, 2021 and ending August 29th, 2025. Ms. Gano shall receive a salary for the 21-22 school year as per the negotiated collective bargaining agreement with LSCTA at Masters plus 0, step 1.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? May I have a motion to accept with regret the resignation of Danielle Gano from her teaching assistant position effective August 29th, 2021.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? We have a motion to approve the appointment of Kelly Hernandez to a probationary position in the tenure area of education of children with handicapping conditions, special education, beginning August 30th, 2021 and ending August 29th, 2025. Ms. Hernandez shall receive a salary for the 21-22 school year as per the negotiated collective bargaining agreement with LSCTA at Masters plus 0, step 5. Do I have a second? Okay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We have a motion to approve the 6-month probationary appointment of Christine Dudka as an occupational therapist for the district effective August 30th, 2021. Mrs. Dudka shall receive a salary for the 21-22 school year as per the negotiated collective bargaining agreement with LSCTA at Masters plus 0, step 1.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the appointment of Melanie Salazar to a probationary position in the tenure area of speech remedial speech therapist beginning August 30th, 2021 and ending August 29th, 2025. Ms. Salazar shall receive a salary for the 21-22 school year as per the negotiated collective bargaining agreement with LSCTA at Masters plus 0, step 1.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the list of elementary core curriculum leaders, department chairpersons, and team leaders for the 21-22 and 22-23 school years effective July 1st, 2021.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the appointment of Sherry Caro for after-school review classes during the 2021 school. Is that correct, Christine?
Yes.
School year at a rate of $40.16 per hour pursuant to the district LSCTA agreement.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the coaching appointments for the 2021-22 fall sports season. The applicable stipends are based on an anticipated 10-week fall sports season. Stipends will be prorated if the season is shortened or discontinued for reasons related to COVID-19 and in accordance with directives and guidance from state and local authorities.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the recommendation for Carrie Armbrust to work 12 days of summer hours at her daily rate of pay?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the recommendation for Nicole Phillips to work 12 days of summer hours at her daily rate of pay?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the temporary instructional appointments for the 2021 summer school program to be compensated at the current board LSCTA contractual rates?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to accept the resignation of Kathleen Headley from her confidential senior clerk typist position effective June 11th, 2021?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the 6-month probationary appointment of Brenda White as a personnel clerk for the district at step 1, $18.33 an hour of the Teamsters Local 264 contract effective July 6, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to accept with regret the resignation for the purpose of retirement of Alan Skeldon from his bus driver position effective June 23rd, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to accept with regret the resignation for the purpose of retirement of Christine Coventry from her bus attendant and school monitor positions effective June 25th, 2021.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to accept with regret the resignation for the purpose of retirement of Kathleen Fioretti from her bus attendant and school monitor positions effective June 25th, 2021.
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to accept with regret the resignation for the purpose of retirement of Laura Bartlett from her clerk typist position effective September 29th, 2021.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the temporary non-instructional appointments for the 2021 summer school program to be compensated at the current board Teamsters contractual rates?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the attached list of additional staff for the 2021 Eagles Landing Summer Program effective June 28th, 2021?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I have a motion to approve the temporary appointment of Robert Zudima as Academy of Business and Finance 2021 summer intern to work for the technology department at the rate of $12.50 an hour effective July 7th, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
May I have a motion to approve the temporary appointment of Jack Colosimo as an Academy of Business and Finance 2021 summer intern to work for the Buildings and Grounds Department at the rate of $12.50 an hour effective June 28th, 2021.
So moved.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? May I A motion to approve the temporary appointment of Zachary Easton as an Academy of Business and Finance 2021 summer intern to work for Buildings and Grounds Department at the rate of $12.50 an hour, effective June 21st, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? On to our discussion items. We have our program review list, as well as our Board of Education presentations and visitation. If you guys, I don't know if you guys had a chance to look that over. If anybody has any suggestions, I know there's several Melissa had noted that she felt were worthy of us getting on the schedule for this upcoming year. What are your,
Melissa, what are the ones that you want to highlight?
I have it up. It's computer science for the high school. Health.
I just see, I see now it says it on the review list we were sent.
Yeah. School counseling. Melissa was suggesting that November or December. Seal of biliteracy, social studies for middle school, discovery ed, technology, specifically use of rooms, Mr. Sievert.
Those were just things that are unique to this year. I don't, it doesn't matter to me, but I just want to let you know.
How many do we have room for? In addition to the ones we do annually anyway, how many more do we have room for?
And then we have a work session. And we can do something during the work session.
Does anyone see any that they would not be interested in?
No, and there's 6 that Melissa pointed out. I didn't hear Christine. How many do we have room for?
She said 7 or
8.
8, plus we could get into work sessions.
If you don't think, I mean, that would be a question for Melissa. Can we do presentations at the work sessions, or do you think what the principals bring is enough?
We've done presentations at work sessions with the principals before, so either would work.
So we just need to determine where they're going.
So just a matter of deciding that we want to do it, and then we'll
Yep.
So then we have room for a few more in addition to the ones Melissa's recommending.
Well, if the dates are available to fit the number that Melissa's already mentioned, I don't have anything else that I would want to see. So I think, how about everybody else? Are there any other suggestions? If not, we could just say, yes, we'll go with those, or,
No, I think definitely we go with those. I'm looking through to see if there's anything in addition to, since we have room for a few more.
Yeah, and I'm good with the ones that Melissa pointed out. Melissa, maybe you can, since you're familiar with them, work with Christine to see where in the calendar year they would work best for them.
So did you want Melissa and I to determine what months they would go to?
I think that makes sense. Everybody else? I mean, 'cause it doesn't matter to me when we see them.
And then I can get it to you within a week, email it to everybody.
So
it's just looking to see which ones will fit better where.
So one thing that jumps out at me, next to school resource officer, there isn't a date that says last done. Have we never had our school resource officer present to the board? I think if not, we should consider. that
We
one.
did, I think Doug did come, but I'm trying to remember, maybe at least 2 years ago.
Longer than that.
It was
I don't
before
think
me.
we've been on-
So I think that's, can we add that as well? Does anyone have an issue with that?
No, I think that'd be great.
I made a note of that, Kathleen.
Anyone have any other ones that are jumping out at them that they'd like to put in there?
Did we have Native American programs this last school year or the one before? Have we had it within the last year or two? I feel like, yeah, I like that one also. Native American programs.
Mhm.
At some point during the year, I don't know if it even should be on this particular list, but an update, we do updates on technology anyway, but the update on the one-to-one with all the computers and the hotspots and all of that, somewhere down the road, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months, maybe a couple of times to just get an update on that sort of thing would be important.
Mhm.
I think that would be with Christine Starks, correct? April 19th.
One other one, if we can fit it in somewhere, is I think I would like to see the Family Support Center or social workers. I know it's been a little bit since we've seen them, but given what we've gone through over the past 18 months, might be valid to see how things are going with them, what their work schedule is, what their needs are. I'm guessing what they've done over the last 18 months probably has been drastically different to what they were doing prior to that.
Agree.
I got it.
Okay, should that fill us up, Christine, then?
With the stuff that Melissa has in this, yes, we should be good.
Okay, great.
So we need to, because we have the building visit schedule as well, that presumably we'll be able to get back into all our daytime visits. Do we want to talk about that too? I know that kind of fell off last year, just because.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we
next.
had each kind of, everyone grabbed a school and then arranged a daytime visit.
Yep, that is next under our daytime visitation. I mean, I would certainly think that we should be able to
Oh, I see.
that.
The one thing I would say in the daytime visits, I'm all in favor of that. And if we can get back to that, I would very much like to. One that it seems to me, I think that we've missed, it just different situations. I don't think we've done a daytime yet at the Hoig. Just the way things have timed out one way or the other. And I'd be more than glad to coordinate that one.
Great.
I'm almost thinking maybe early in the year so we can make sure to try and make that visit happen, I guess, before the year gets away.
Yeah.
How about I put Mike Franny down for Hoig then?
Does anyone mind if I take the middle school? I don't know who had that.
I typically do, I don't mind.
Okay, thanks, Billy.
Who's got the, or what did you have?
I can't hear anybody.
I think I had the high school last time with, Lauren was a senior. I think it was
Yeah.
Bill's gonna take the high school, Kathleen's gonna take middle school. I'll take it.
Okay, am I hearing Mike's taking Hoig, Kathleen middle school, Bill high school?
Yep.
And Carla has AJ.
Carla has AJ.
So Jen, that leaves.
Why don't
yeah,
we give
Highland,
Chris
Highland,
Highland, because I think, yeah, do we want to give Chris Highland? I think has familiarity with that building.
That makes sense.
JTY, we can give to Cindy. And then I'll take transportation.
Is, did somebody take Hoy?
Mike. That's everything, right?
I think we should check with the principals, what sometimes they like to say, don't come during December because we've got too many things happening. Or May, because we got testing.
We have something special going on this month. Why don't you come
Yeah.
down and see it? Yeah.
Yeah, Christine, why don't we do that? Because I don't know that it really matters if we have more than one in a month. I mean, if we manage it, maybe you can send an email to each administrator and just ask them what their preference might be.
Okay.
Okay.
And I also get something out to all of you so you know who's assigned to what building.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Next on discussion, does anybody have any other questions on that before I move on? Nope. Next up was the panorama survey. Melissa had sent us an email and wanted us to maybe have a little discussion about, I'll turn it over to you, Melissa, but I think about maybe putting something out from the board. Was that the conversation?
She just wants to know if you want to have a conversation about the email you sent us that I made you send. Sorry.
Well, I guess.
Jen, can you ask your question again, please?
So I think it's on the discussion because it was does the board want to put together a statement for the, I think it was, as early as we can for expectation. Was it expectations for next year or what we're advocating for? Or is this familiar to anybody?
Are we talking, is this kind of related? I'm sorry, because refresh my memory. Somehow I missed this part on the agenda. Is this related to the resolution we had talked about and then kind of?
This is about the survey that we gave in
Right.
the grades 5 through 12 that had some new cultural
Right.
and
Yeah.
inclusion questions on it.
Remember all this for sure. So Jen, what kind of statement are we? And I realize that's what you're asking us, but
Yeah.
what kind of statement are we thinking? Just I guess what I'm asking is it in relation to this panorama survey in particular, or is this a general survey about inclusivity, et cetera?
So I think what Melissa had, and I don't want to speak for you, Melissa, but what maybe you had in mind was that the board putting together some kind of a statement which shows, our beliefs, what our advocacy, what we're doing. But
Yes, it's coming back. Okay, it's coming back
Okay.
to me now. Yes, I am in favor of a proactive statement.
I think it's a really good idea. We would just need to make a list of of issues and where we stand with those issues and then put them together as a written piece.
Well, and I think too, it's, part of the conversation Melissa and I had was that it might even just be helpful for faculty and staff to know that we do advocate, that there are things that we ask for. And we unfortunately sometimes can't be as, Melissa, you had used the example of like putting signs in our front lawn, unfortunately there's certain things that we can't do, but perhaps proactively communicating to faculty and staff that, we are advocating for, a 5-day return to school in the fall. And here are the things that we're doing to kind of bring that about. Does anyone else have any thoughts on that? I'm sorry, the details of this totally had left my mind.
yeah, no, I mean, I think it's a great idea if we could put something out there. I think if somebody wants to draft something that maybe can be emailed that we can all look at, and then we could get that out. I mean, whether it's just on the website, whether we have I mean, I'm not sure how soon you're looking. I mean, obviously it wouldn't go into an Eagle Express or something till that would probably be too late. So is anybody interested in working on that?
Yeah. I'll collect information. I'll probably get in touch with just about everybody, see what specifics you want to include. And we'll get something going and we'll go from there, how we want to set it all up and fix it or whatever.
So I pulled Melissa's email to us back up. Something to perhaps put online in early July, which shows the board's beliefs, our advocacy, and more. And Melissa had said she's open to participating in any sort of joint document.
Everybody agreeable to that?
Mhm.
Carla, maybe you can start that, work with Melissa and see what we can draft up and get out there.
Got it. Sure.
Perfect. Anybody have any other questions or comments? We don't have our student with us today, correct? At least not that I see. Okay. Board of Education Committee, nobody's met, right? No? Okay. ECSB, anything?
Be getting ready for summer legislative visits soon. Those usually happen in August, but I think NISBA has reached out to all of our representatives to try to set those up and is just waiting for confirmation of dates.
Thank you. Anybody have anything else? Board member roundtable?
I just want to say that I thought graduation was awesome. I think it was well put together. I think we should be outside forever. We just need to make some improvements perhaps to the sound in the football field if we're going to stay outside forever. But I thought it was great.
I agree. I really, really did enjoy it. It was a beautiful night. It was so nice to have pretty much normal graduation. The kids could throw their caps in the air and not have to worry about hitting any lighting up in the ceiling. It was really nice. They did a great job. I'm very, very proud of them. Anybody have anything else other than graduation? No? Okay, calendar items. There's a few things on there for the summer. Superintendent's report.
Thank you. I wanted to talk a little bit about high school graduation information. Taking a look at the cohort that we had graduating this year. Cohort data starts back in the fall of 2017 when they were freshmen. At that time, we had 187 students in that class. We had a total of 13 students over the course of those 4 years either drop out of school or did not return to Lakeshore and did not enroll in another district that we know of. We had 5 students not graduating with a graduation rate of 89.36, but we do have some students that are in summer school this year, and we're anticipating those 4 students graduating, and our graduation rate would be back up to 92.5, which I know that that's one of the goals. We want to have at least a graduation rate of 90%, and I think we're right on the mark, especially in a year like this. I think that the teachers did a great job trying to get kids, through and get them ready to graduate. So we had 38% of our kids receive an advanced Regents diploma, almost 59% with the Regents diploma, 2% with the local or a skills type of diploma. We had 2 students with total mastery in math and 17 with total mastery in science, and 14 students total with advanced Regents with honors. So all in all, with all the trials and tribulations that the kids and the teachers had to go through over these past 17 months, I think that they did an excellent job, getting to that finish line. So they should all be proud of their accomplishments. And I just want to thank everybody for all the work that they did to help our students get to where they needed to go. Some information about our vaccination clinic. We do have the second vaccination clinic on the 10th from 9 until 1. So we had 30 students come for their first dose of Pfizer and 15 adults. So on the 10th, you don't have to make a reservation to come and get your second dose. Or if you're someone who's 18 years or older as an adult that wants to get a Johnson & Johnson's vaccine, and you didn't have time to go for the last one, you can also go on July 10th between 9 and 1. So, and again, an appointment's not necessary, but if you would like to go and make an appointment online, you go to www.erie.gov/vax, VAX, if you want to have a scheduled time to get your J&J shot. I just want to reiterate the senior activities. They were all very successful. We had the prom on June 11th. It was outside. The kids had a great time. They were well behaved. It was kind of interesting seeing kids play cornhole and that Frisbee game, the can jam game, and other kinds of games when they're in their tuxedos and in their dresses. So it was really pretty cool. The senior parade, again, was an awesome. I think that's something that will probably happen every year. It was great. The kids were in the cars and they came and had pizza. It was really just a great time. The senior walk around went off without a hitch on the 18th. And as you said, the commencement for graduation was really, really unbelievable. We were able to have students have more than just a couple people come and watch them graduate. And you're right, the sound system, we will have to work out something if we continue to do that outside. But post-COVID, we might not have to worry about limiting the number of people. So maybe all the people that want to come could come, and we might not have to worry about tickets, but we'll see how that works down the road. In terms of coming to school in September, we are planning on having our children back 5 days a week in person for a full 5-day schedule. In terms of remote instruction, we are not planning on offering a remote option. All of our kids need to be back in school, and we will be ready for them to be back in school. Some of the ways in which we're trying to address some of the learning from last year is we're reducing with classroom reduction in our elementary level. We are hiring 4 elementary teachers back to the point that we had to cut a couple years ago. So our class sizes should be much smaller again in the elementary schools. We're looking at increasing our special education services in high need buildings, increasing computer science classes at the high school senior science electives, increasing art, and increasing high school and elementary physical education classes. In terms of technology, somebody had mentioned technology. I actually received a phone call from someone at State Ed in regard to our Smart Schools Bond Act. They still haven't had a meeting scheduled. They said that they usually get 10 days notice before the meeting is scheduled. And the person I talked to was really very nice and apologetic about the fact that they haven't met, but she really had no control over that. But
Can I just ask a clarifying
Yeah.
question? So who is responsible for scheduling the
Well,
meetings of that?
what she says, it comes from the budget office, from the state budget office. So
State ed budget or state budget?
State budget.
Okay,
Yep.
good to know.
Yep. And so we went through that. And so we do have a plan for one-on-one devices 6 through 12, at least in September, and still using carts in the elementary division. Once our money is approved and we get our funding, we will order enough computers to be able to be one-on-one K through 12. Once those computers come in, though, it's going to take probably a month to 6 to maybe even 7 weeks to get them all situated in terms of being imaged and all the right software put on the computer. So that is something that we are waiting for, and we'll be ready when that happens. We're going to be working with Compeer to help students with social and emotional kinds of activities throughout the year. A second step K-8 program, which is a holistic approach to building supportive communities for every child through social emotional learning. Our SEL committees are going to be very active in our buildings, as they always are. and training adults to help kids that need help so that we can get them the help that they need to look for any kind of signs. There's a supper club that's going to be started. Initially, I was talking with Melissa about this the other day. The company that runs this, it was initially started out for girls, but they are going to be talking with us, and we'll be doing some co-ed kinds of activities too, and some just male only. So sometimes, especially when you're working with young men, they might get embarrassed about talking or about opening up about things in a mixed group. So it would be really good, an advantage for them to be able to meet with just the guys, with somebody working with them on that. So that's something that we're looking forward to. Of course, our Family Support Center is going to be very active with all the different things that they're able to reach out and help with our community and the concerns that they have. And we're going to have an increased focus on student involvement and connection to school through extracurricular activities that include sports, clubs, intramurals. So we really hope to have our full complement of our intramurals and our extracurriculars going next year when we start in September. One of the good things that I thought came out of this in terms of athletics and kids getting involved was we had 65 students try out for our modified football team, which I don't think has happened in years and years and years. So hopefully the excitement about getting involved with school and being a part of school is going to carry on through next year. Oh, and by the way, we have 2 Section 6 undefeated championship teams. It was kind of neat because they played those games the day of the graduation, and then were able to have their blue patches on their gowns at the end of the night. So
In case anybody wants to write about it in the paper, what were those 2 teams?
they were the the lacrosse varsity's boys went undefeated, and the girls varsity softball team also went undefeated to take the Section 6 championship titles. Unfortunately, there were no state championships this year because of COVID and the lateness of the seasons. But I think that's the first time we've ever had 2 undefeated teams win a section like that. So it was really something for those kids to be proud of, and a great way to finish off their high school careers in the school. So again, going back to September, we are planning on having students back in school 5 days a week in front of teachers, hopefully without masks, and being able to just kind of go about normal. But I think the normal is going to be different though, because I think through all this, teachers have really learned how to embrace technology. So they'll be looking at different ways of using and integrating technology during school, maybe after school, maybe even doing some independent projects with some of our AP kids. So I think that there was some good that came out of it in terms of academics and in terms of instruction. So that's what I have for tonight.
Thank you, Charlie.
Melissa, did I leave anything out? Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Does anybody have any questions? All right, then at this time, we will now recognize unscheduled visitors who would like to address the board. Similar to our regular meetings, the board may not respond to comments or questions at this time, as it is not intended to be a question and answer period. This portion of the agenda is a courtesy to the community, so they may bring matters to the board's attention. The board recognizes that some members of the community do not wish to attend in-person meetings due to COVID concerns. Therefore, we requested that members of the community submit any comments or questions in advance to an email address that we set up to receive public comment. We did not receive any emails for tonight's public comment, and you guys will have to tell me if there is anybody there in person that would like to address the board.
There is not. I don't think.
Nobody.
No.
All right, that being said, then may I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.